Well, it really is one of the most incredible of carnivals from anywhere in the world, and it is the Dubai World Cup. This Saturday night, the 5th of April, the 2025 edition of it, where we raced for more than $30 million across the 9 race card. 6 of them Group 1s, the other 3 all Group 2s. It is a feature-packed race card, and it will be a beautiful night. A 41-degree day they are anticipating, but hopefully we'll cool down a little later on for those horses out there. Let's start with what I think is going to be one of the highlights of the night, the Godolphin Mile, because it is, for the first time in a while, a lot more open. This year, I think Raging Torrent is still the one to beat. Trainer Doug O'Neill, he won this race last year. I am concerned by the fact that a favourite hasn't won this race since 2015. Raging Torrent has been one of those early doors favourites. So looking towards some value, Sword Point. Now, he's a former Australian runner. James McDonald will be riding. He actually picked up some black type when racing in Australia for Chris Waller a few years ago. Possibly unlucky not to have a Hong Kong Derby beside his name as well. Yeah, he's back to the shorter trip mile, but I think he's going to be a nice little value each way play. Into what is also another of the great ones of the evening, the Quoz Sprint. Last year, this was my favourite of the entire meeting, and we're looking towards similar lead-up races for this year's winner. Like what California Spangle followed last year, I'm looking towards How Deep Is Your Love, and of course that form in behind Kaying Rising, one of the best sprinters in the world right now. How Deep Is Your Love has been racing around and about him, so I think that form is going to be good enough to hold up in the Quoz Sprint. Also keeping an eye out and being very wary of the 3-year-old, the only 3-year-old taking on the older horses, West Acre. He's had a few runs here at Meydan, and he's had those black types to his credit, so he's a bit of a smoky in the race in the Quoz. Well, the Golden Shaheen just looks to be the match race of the evening, maybe a match race of the month, maybe even of the year, bar Forever Young and Romantic Warrior for me. This one, Tuz versus Straight No Chaser. Starting with Tuz, he has swept all of the UAE sprints, and he has left no stone unturned. He's left everybody in his wake, and I think it could be another win for him. Yes, he's had a long, hard campaign, but Bhupat Seema has likened him to a street fighter, and he just keeps coming back, and he was certainly looking well out on the track in morning track work this week. He does have to face Straight No Chaser, however, and it's going to be such a wonderful clash because Straight No Chaser, he's a bit of a talk horse, and he's done nothing wrong. He was huge in Riyadh in the sprint there, and liked what I saw big time. Dan Blacker, he has had an impeccable lead up with him, and he has left no stone unturned either because he has been very dedicated, Dan Blacker, the trainer. Into what is going to be my favourite race of the night with Romantic Warrior, hopefully saluting again in the Dubai turf. I don't think anything can beat him. I can't see anything beating him. James McDonald has said that he is working as well as ever, feeling, moving as good as ever. And so I can't wait to see Romantic Warrior back in the winner's enclosure. And of course, the big one, the Dubai World Cup, the $12 million Dubai World Cup. Similar story. I can't really see anything beating Forever Young, and he is going to be the short-priced favourite, but he deserves to be that short-priced favourite because he's an absolute champion. He was a machine in Saudi Arabia, and if that horse turns up and performs tomorrow night, there's going to be nothing catching him.